into your little sister the other day.
Hi, Mark. You saw Janet? Where?
At the mall. She was with a bunch of friends. I didn't get a chance to talk to her for long. How's she doing?
Pretty well. She's going through a typical teenage phase. You know, wild clothes, staying out late, acting up a little at school, but nothing serious. She's actually a pretty good kid. She'll shape up.
How much younger is Janet than you?
Quite a bit. I was 15 when she was born.
Wow, that's like 2 different generations. I didn't realize Janet was that much younger. Were your experiences growing up really different from what she's going through?
Yeah. For one thing, I had a lot more responsibility around the house. I had to help clean up the kitchen every night and do work in the garden. As I got older, my parents gave me more and more responsibilities. And I had so many more rules than Janet does. If I wasn't home by midnight, I got grounded. Even if I called and let my parents know ahead of time, they wouldn't even listen if I had a good explanation.
Really? What were they so worried about? You weren't rebellious or disrespectful, were you?
No, not at all. But they were always worried. They used to call my friends' parents to make sure they'd be home if I went over to visit. I was never allowed to have a boyfriend. It was pretty tough.
That sounds pretty extreme. What about with Janet? It sounds like they don't have as many rules that Janet has to obey.
Well, she may have rules, but my parents hardly do anything when she breaks them. Listen to this. Just the other night, she was supposed to get home by midnight, and she didn't show up until 2:30 in the morning.
Well, did she call to tell your parents she'd be late?
Not a word.
So what did your parents do? Ground her?
No, they just gave her a warning. They said the next time she came home late, they'd take away her phone for a week. Can you imagine? But she probably wouldn't survive a day without it. My parents got her a cell phone when she was 10. I had to wait until I was 18. Talk about unfair.
Wow. It sounds like your parents have really changed their attitude.
I suppose. I guess the more experience they have as parents, the more relaxed they become.
To tell you the truth, I think parents need to make sure their children follow their rules. I sure hope Janet doesn't turn out to be a troublemaker.
I really doubt it. As I said, she's a good kid. She's always polite to our parents and to most other adults. She doesn't talk back. She's just used to getting everything she wants, and I think all this acting up is just a phase. She's just showing her independence.